Hey, Happy New Year. Welcome to January 2026. We made it, y'all. We made it. Thank you, God. Thank you. May this year be a year that you make an impact. So, I am reading in the Love Exquisite Magazine, the empowering moments section, y'all. And the word of the month for January is impact. The word of the month for January 2026 is impact. What impact are you making on the lives of those around you? I hope it's a positive one. So let's dive right in. My name is Lynette. Y'all know these are unedited, but we're going to get through it. So the empowering word of the month for January 2026 is impact. In a world where social media highlights achievements, likes, and recognition, for some people, it can be tempting to do good things just to be seen, while attention and praise may feel rewarding in the moment, that fades quickly. Making a genuine positive impact on the lives of others. So, making a genuine positive impact from a good place, from a good heart, it creates lasting value, not only for others, but also for yourself. So, doing something meaningful without expecting recognition builds character. When actions are driven by honesty and care rather than attention, they reflect a true heart and a true intention. It shows how what your intentions are when you do things from a pure heart and not just for the likes and the follows and the praise and applause. Now, don't get me wrong. When you do good work, there's nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back, but don't do the good work just for that pat on the back or just for that attention. Do it because you're a kind person and that's just who you are, and you find pleasure in doing for others. Don't do it for the likes and for the attention or for the accolades. That's the whole morals of this story. So making an impact doesn't always require that attention or appraisal. And most of the time, people that work behind the scenes like myself, we don't get the recognition that we deserve because we don't do it for the applause. You know what I mean? We don't get the awards or the honorariums and the spotlights when we do good things because we don't do things for that purpose. However, it does feel good to be appreciated. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying don't get those things. I'm just saying don't do it specifically for those things, for the accolades. Do it for impact. Do it more for the impact that it makes on improving situations, circumstances, or someone else's life or your own, even. So helping someone, standing up for what's right, or contributing to a good cause quietly shows integrity. These choices shape who you are, even when no one is watching. Y'all don't know how many good deeds I do behind the scenes. I do a lot of different things for a lot of different people, not only where I work, but also out in the community for a nonprofit organization and just people who have the pleasure of knowing me. So anyway, I'm not bragging because let's get ready to get into the next paragraph. So bragging rights often shift the focus from the action to the approval. So I'm not bragging, I'm just being honest. I'm just telling y'all my story. So instead of asking, who did this help? The question becomes, who noticed? When you do it for the likes, the applause, or the bragging rights to say, oh, I did this, I did that. And you never see me go out there and post like, look what I'm doing. You know what I mean? If you see me posting things, is because I'm bringing awareness to an event or something that I'm trying to get you to come out and support. It's not because I'm saying, oh, look at me and what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So you don't do it to get noticed. You do it because it just makes you feel good on the inside that you're doing something great for a great cause, So anyway, so this can take away the purpose of the action itself when you're doing it just to get noticed. So positive impact is strongest when it's about making a difference, not gaining validation, approval, or attention. Real impact also builds stronger connections. People can sense when kindness is genuine. When you help without expecting something in return, trust grows, which also creates respect and meaningful relationships. You don't have to boast or brag about doing a good deed. When it is your true character and your true intentions, and you're doing it for the good cause, the cause of helping somebody better their life. You know what I mean? You don't have to brag about it. Just do it out of the kindness of your heart. God sees, and that's all that truly matters. So a kind action can inspire others. It improves someone's day or even change a situation for the better. Those effects can ripple outward in ways you may never see, but they still matter. Even though sometimes you don't see the fruit of your labor or the outcome. You don't see how many lives you're changing. Even with these video clips that I see you're watching, because I see the numbers on YouTube. So, but I don't know how they're changing your life, because everybody that watches doesn't always say thank you for these videos or give the applause. And there's some people out there that do, and I appreciate that, but there's some people that just watch, they listen, they learn, they grow, and it's making a positive impact in their lives, but they're not sharing the videos, they're not telling anybody else. So sometimes you don't get to see the fruit of your labor and what it is producing. But they still matter. They still matter, which is why I still continue to produce this content for you. So bragging, however, it often ends when the praises stop. So you don't get the same inner feeling of gratitude and reward when you're doing it for bragging rights that you get when you're just doing it from a genuine place. So choosing impact over attention also encourages humility and growth. It teaches empathy, patience, and responsibility. It helps you focus on becoming a better person rather than looking like a good person. So you actually are a better person. You're not looking like one. So some people do things for attention, and they do things to say, oh, I did this, or I donated this, or I gave this amount of X amount of dollars for the accolades and the praise, or for the vote, or for whatever reason. They do it with a purpose, with something intention to benefit themselves and mind. But most people that do it from a genuine place, they don't do it to gain, they do it to give. So be impactful. So being impactful is powerful. Over time, the mindset builds the confidence that doesn't depend on the outside approval. So don't just do things just because. Ask yourself, what is the positive impact that my deeds may produce? What are they? Keep your focus on the impact that you are making in the world. And always remember, positive impact isn't about being noticed. It's about being meaningful, being purposeful, and being true. When actions come from a sincere place, when it comes from sincerity instead of the desire to impress, they leave a deeper mark. True success isn't measured by how many people gave you an applaud, how many likes or follows you have, but it matters about how many lives have you changed for the better. How many lives have been changed because of you, because of the impact that you've made in your community, because the impact that you've made with the people around you by your actions, not by your words, but by your actions. So in 2026, move with intention. Make a positive impact in the lives of those around you, including your own, even when you don't have anything to gain. Be impactful. Don't leave this world without making a positive impact. Don't leave this world without making a positive impact in someone else's life, including your own. And don't do it for the applause. Don't do it for the attention. Don't do it for the accolades. Do it from the heart. God sees you, and He will reward you openly.